that'll do. Okay, so welcome everybody. This is the October, can you believe, Alban Property meeting for 2020. So the agenda today is I'll look at just doing some introductions and objectives for the call. Then Sam is always absolutely on the money and very detailed in his lending update, which we really appreciate, Sam. So I always take copious notes when Sam's talking. So that's Sam will give us his really informative lending update. And then after that, many of you will know from our meeting, many of you will know Ua, and Ua's got some really exciting ways of doing deal analysis. And the interesting thing there is well, I'll leave it to actually, in fact, rather than steal Ua's thunder, I'll let Ua explain. But it's really, really good, and I'm really pleased that Ua's agreed to come on the call. And lastly, we do a bit of a Q&A, and I'll tell you a bit about next month. So just some housekeeping. So just to be aware that this event is recorded. If you can stay muted, that would be really good, unless of course you're asking a question. So that would be good. If you can keep video on, it's really nice to see people's faces. So if you can keep your video on, that would be really good. And obviously your mobile phone's on mute. You can put any questions you've got in the chat box, and I'll trust Lisa if Lisa can pick those up. And also we do sort of prefer our questions to be asked verbally, if you can. That'd be really good. And there's no sort of individual advice. So anybody on the call would be, there's no individual advice. So the objectives of the call are, so many of you will be aware that we usually run this as a physical meeting. Obviously that's not possible. In fact, we'll be running Zoom meetings regardless into the new year. So that's been working really well. I had really positive feedback on that. So thanks for all people's comments. So we're providing an update on the changes that are impacting the property market. It really as a result of coronavirus, but also, this has been going on for some time now, obviously, and also gain learning from industry experts and commentators. So in terms of connecting with us, we've got a shiny new Alban Property Meetup Facebook page where we post some of our documents. So, if people are looking for professionals in the area, then that's a really good place. So we've got our spreadsheet on there, and also, just to post things through as well. Also, we've got, so that's a really good resource. And our second resource is our shiny new YouTube channel. So these meetings are recorded, and a day or so afterwards, we get it placed on our YouTube channel. I would emphasize that the WhatsApp group is still active and a useful source of information sharing as well. Okay, quite a few people aren't always sure what we do, and by we I mean Lisa and myself. So for those who don't know, Lisa's my wife. In actual fact, we had our wedding anniversary of 30 years. That is right, 30 this week. So no, last week. So we've been sort of having a bit of a celebration. So we've basically got two main businesses. One is Alban Property, which runs this meetup, and we do sort of residential developments. We own buy-to-lets, we've got HMOs, and we also do service accommodation or holiday lets, and that's something that Lisa focuses on. Well, one of the things that many of us like doing, and we particularly like doing, is refurbishing residential properties, particularly those that have been unused for some time. So been out of the market for some time. So we like sort of bringing those back into use. Really like working with partners on projects, and that happens all sorts of ways. And many of the people on this call, well, we think of as friends, and that works really well. And we run the property meetup as well. The second part of our business is the service short stays business, which is our short stay holiday let business. And we've been running that for 6 years now. So my background is a lot of software. So the systems we've got on our short-term accommodation are really good. In fact, I had a second interview with the Robs on the Property Hub recently. I keep meaning to post a link to that on the WhatsApp group. I'll probably do that tomorrow. And there I talked a lot about the sort of technology, which had really good feedback as well. So in terms of service short stays, we manage our own properties for the short-term market. We do manage and market properties for others, that do a bit of that. Also, we can white label our software. So by white labeling, I mean that other companies use it. So the guy who's got a significant portfolio, he'll use our software, but it would actually look to everybody else like it's his. So it'll be badged as his own, so it'll have his logos and his wording, etc. So it's what's known as white labeling. That's the next slide. That's not for now. So that's us. And what I shall do now is hand over to young Sam.